So, this is what it's like to be a full-time YouTuber after 2 years. So I think the easiest way to do this is probably start at the beginning, all the way up till when I launched to go full-time, my experience going through all the way up till this point. And I'll also probably get into like how much I was making and things like that as well, so you'll actually hear real numbers. And then also just some of the struggles I've had trying to do this thing like full-time. So, April of 2020, I'm pushing carts at a hardware store, living paycheck to paycheck. Just found out my wife was going to have a baby, needed a way to make money. Looked at a whole bunch of different side hustles, and even had tried working a part-time job in the past. Like I worked at McDonald's for a day and quit because they were only paying me $10 an hour. And I was like, man, I could probably make way more than this doing another side hustle than having to work for McDonald's. And so like, I knew I wanted to do something like photography, or I'd blow up balloons at kids' parties, which April of 2020 is during a pandemic. So, that would have worked out great, Colin. But the dream was if I could just make an extra $500 a month from YouTube, like I have the greatest part-time job ever. An extra $500 a month is like money for an emergency fund, to fix the car, to buy diapers for this newborn baby and toys and things like that. Like there'd be so much having that extra additional income. So I already had a YouTube channel that I could apply for monetization. I hadn't actually applied yet. I just have been sitting on it because I already gave up on the channel 9 months ago. It's like, I could actually apply, get monetized, try to make money from this thing, try to get views. And at the time I was just pursuing AdSense. So I was like, if I can just get enough views on a video, I'll make money from YouTube ads, and I could actually maybe I could actually make an extra $500. So I committed to learning YouTube, studied my content, figured out what was working, what was not working, kind of pursued that. And I kind of got not necessarily thrown into it, but I started making content in the video editing space for mobile creators. And that did really well. And so like in the first 6 months of being monetized with a brand new channel and committing to growing on YouTube and making this work, within 6 months, I was making $500 a month from YouTube AdSense, which was my goal. But then it kept growing. A year from then, I was making like $2,000 from YouTube AdSense. Like it just kept going up. And the main reason why is because I had evergreen content. So videos were ranking in YouTube search, how to edit with this app, how to add music, how to do a zoom in effect, all those tutorials. I'm sure you know if you watch this channel, you might know who I am. So like I have all these tutorials that people could find, and every single month people would search for those videos and I would make AdSense. And so it was very consistent. Like, I've never dropped underneath $1,000 since like November of 2020. Yeah, like since November of 2020, I've like not dropped under $2,000 a month in AdSense. It's always been up. And then as the channel started to grow, I also started to get into brand deals and trying to learn that and working with companies. And eventually like the money was getting so good, like it was like, okay, the channel's growing, I'm getting brand deals, I have AdSense, like maybe I could actually pull this off and go full time. I want to put more money into this because at the time I'm working full time in retail, and then I have 8 hours on like one of my days off that I commit to YouTube, and I'm making like $2,000 to $4,000, like $2,000 with AdSense. And then, brand deals wise, even early on, I was charging like $1,000 a video. So $3,000 to $4,000 starting off is pretty good for 8 hours of work. And it's like, dang, man, if I just had more time to put into this, I could probably get more brand deals. I could probably make more videos so I get more ads playing on my videos. Like this could work. And so I ended up going from full-time to part-time at my job. So I have more time to commit to YouTube. It was like from 40 hours to 32 hours. So it gave me like two days to work on it. And then even going part-time, it kind of messed up the insurance a bit too. So I was paying like $900 a month for insurance because I was part-time and not full-time. So my benefits were different. And then, still trying to balance that all. So eventually it kind of led to the discussion of like, what am I going to do here? And I had already built up a lot in savings. So Normally in my savings account, I had like $10,000 as an emergency fund, built that up, that stayed there. But with making all this, extra money, that increased to $20,000 or around there. And it was like, well, now I have an emergency fund. I kind of have now an even bigger emergency fund. So in my head, it was like, okay, I've got $10,000 regular savings, and then I could have a $10,000 business emergency fund to where if I did actually make the leap and like things fail, I don't get brand deals, AdSense drops, and we get back down to that $10,000 emergency fund, I could just go and reapply for a job. Like I was, again, like I was in a retail job pushing carts. Like it's pretty easy to get that job. I also eventually got into a retail sales job. I could always get back into retail sales. Like it's entry level. So it's not like I'm leaving this lifelong career. Like I just have high school diploma. Like anyone can go and grab that job if they're driven enough to sell, or any other sales job. So it was like, I could actually test this out. Even if I just do this for 6 months and I have to go back to working after 6 months, like even if that was the case, it still gave me the opportunity to feel, what does it feel like to be my own boss? I can taste that. What's it like to just have all this extra time? Did it actually benefit me? Did it not? So even in that case, like, it could be a fun experiment. And at the same time, I'm keeping my family secure. And so I talked about that to my wife and discussed it a few times. And then eventually, like, somehow I convinced her. I don't know how I convinced my wife, but she said something like, yeah, go for it. And that was like the moment of, oh my goodness, I'm actually going to do this. And again, I'm just on YouTube ads and brand deals. That is literally it. But she gave approval, and I just felt like in my stomach, in my gut, this like weight and this stress. Like, oh my word, it was so intense. It was in there for a week. The adrenaline of, I'm going to turn in my 2 weeks for my actual job, and I'm going to try and make money on my own. And like, everything is on me. Everything is reliant on me making this money. And I have a child, and like, the insane pressure and feeling of doing that, insane. Still is insane to this day. And like, I did it. I put my 2 weeks in. After that first week of that adrenaline, like I started to feel a bit better. But I remember that being just the most intense feeling of giving up security. Because like, I will say this, and this is one point I'll make about it, is that working and having a YouTube channel that makes you money is like the perfect combination, because you have security and you have this thing that you can like work on that can actually make you money. And you can kind of like control your income. Like if I wanted to at that point, I could have just taken a lower paying job that made me happier, but I had this side hustle on the side that makes me money as well, to where I can handle a pay drop for, my satisfaction. Maybe I really hate sales and I'd rather just work an hourly rate. I could take that pay drop and, still be able to, do that. And I think that was one of the golden eras of my YouTube channel, because there's so less pressure. So, even if you can get to that point, it's just a joy to have these like multiple things. And then also, because you have a full-time job and that, you can kind of write off more for your business. I'm not an accountant or anything, but I will say I invested a lot more into my business to kind of get my taxes down to zero, so I could learn skills and buy equipment and upgrade all my stuff when I had a job already, because it was like, this is kind of like fun money. This is my fun side hustle. I can go and buy that really nice computer that's going to help me edit videos better, or that really nice camera, or this lighting, and really build out a whole studio, because it's not money I'm really relying on. It's kind of just like a backup income, it's additional income streams. But yeah, now I'm making the jump. Now we're making a jump, stressed out, and the funny part too is I had those savings in, and then I totally forgot about estimated taxes I had to pay. So I actually, like, my money, I think, dropped a bit. It went from like, 22,000 or something, my savings, down to 18. So it's like, oh shoot, I'm already going down to that 10K mark where I'm going to have to go back to a regular job. So I make the jump, and I even look back at my my Google Sheets of like my income for that time. I was only making $3,000 a month. And keep in mind, and this is important too, I live in the Midwest. I'm from Wisconsin. Cost of living is really low here compared to a lot of other places. Like April of 2020, like our budget, we were being able to live and function, me and my wife, for like under $1,600 a month. And then at this point, it was probably closer to $2,000 a month was our budget. And then even now, like, I think our budget right now, even just this day, is like 3,500. And there's even some fun things in there, like eating out and money to spend on fun and, different things like that are in our budget. So even still, it's a really low cost of living. Like I know for some people, rent is $3,000. So yeah, I was making $3,000 and this is May of 2022. And I kept making like $3,000 for those next few months. Like it was, it baffles my mind now because it's a little bit different now because of everything. Prices have gone up for stuff, but I made that jump then. So just had AdSense and brand deals. Had a few brand deals lined up, did those deals, awesome. Again, it was like $1,000 a video was what I was doing. And I had over 100,000 subscribers at that point. And then where my income definitely changed for the better was with the Amazon influencer program. So I got into that. And basically what that allowed me to do is have videos on Amazon under products. And if someone watched that video and then made a purchase, I got a commission. And I went hard on that because that was like just another income source I could have. And then that soared. I think that eventually took my income. I think that added like $1,000 to $3,000 a month to my income for the rest of the year. And then at the height of it, I made like $6,000 in Christmas. And I was just filming every product that was available on Amazon. It was just like another income stream I could take advantage of. It was like the easiest thing ever. But then I kind of realized too with that, the thing with the Amazon influencer program is it's so up and down as far as like an income source. Sometimes they show your videos, sometimes they don't. Even till this day, it's still like that. And I realized, okay, this isn't very sturdy. I really need to make my own product. I really need to have, something I sell that's more reliable that I can just promote to my audience versus relying on Amazon where they could just, snap my fingers, kick me out of the program and I lose, 30% of my income because it was like AdSense, brand deals, and then this Amazon program at this point. And this is probably the start of 2023. So I decide, okay, I'm not going to post any more Amazon videos. Just going to let that ship sail and keep it like as is, which still continued to earn me money through 2023. But then the focus of 2023 was two things. Number one, instead of putting videos on Amazon and just allowing those to make me money, I then shifted my focus to affiliate links on my own YouTube channel and directing traffic towards software or Amazon and things like that. So I put much more of a focus on, I'm not going to let Amazon control whether my videos show up. I can control where my videos show up because I know YouTube and drive traffic to make sales. So, and big mistake I made early on was I wasn't focused on driving sales to any affiliate program. I don't know why I didn't. I always heard from other people that you should be in an affiliate program and you should do that, but I didn't. I did. For some reason, I just never went for affiliate programs. And I had a video even, I had a video on how to add music in CapCut that got 1 million views, and I didn't even promote Epidemic Sound or anything like that as an affiliate. And I was like, Colin, you're an idiot. So early 2023, had two goals. Number one was the affiliate side. Update all my videos, have affiliate links, mention the affiliate links in my videos. That's going to help me. So did that. And then number two was build my own course was the goal. So I tried for a while to create a YouTube course that, I could sell to my audience, be able to make money that way. So through 2023, the affiliate side was a huge success. I went from making like no money from affiliates to, with like Amazon and Epidemic Sound and a bunch of the other affiliates, I think at the end of 2023, I had made $60,000 roughly from just affiliate links, and the on Amazon affiliates and all of that. So literally added $60,000 to my income in 1 year by just focusing on affiliate stuff. And then also, the previous work I did on Amazon already, but still, year and a half of affiliate work and bringing in $60,000 is insane. So that really worked. And then Amazon started to dissipate near the end of the year, because, I'm not posting videos there anymore. And, they kind of just stopped showing up, which is a problem. And then on the course side, I think I made a total of 5 courses. I made one, launched it, it flopped. No one ever purchased. 2 courses ended up on LinkedIn Learning as I did a deal with them. And then in another 2 courses, I did one on like YouTube growth, but then didn't really promote it. And then I did one on smartphone video, but also didn't promote that course either. So it was like a whole, I felt like for 2023, I spent a lot of time behind the scenes trying to build a course and trying to build a digital product and figure out this whole world of stuff. And I spent like no time making YouTube videos, really. Like, I still posted pretty frequently, but the majority of my time was behind the scenes making course content and trying to build sales pages and do all these different things with that. And I never really launched something fully. Like, I had a few sales, and promoted it a little bit, but I never made a ton of content promoting the course. I never ran ads for the course. And so maybe it was my perfectionism and like, no, I don't think this is the right course for my audience, or no, I'm an imposter. No one's actually really interested in it. Like, I don't know what it was, but yeah, I never got courses off the ground. And now looking back, I wish I didn't actually start with courses and would have started with charging for my time or something like that. And there was a lot of missed opportunities too. Like, I avoided making a CapCut course. And now there's like 5 different CapCut courses. Even though technically all the information is free online, people still have paid courses that people buy on that topic. And at the time, I was the CapCut guy. Like, I should have had a CapCut course. That was a huge mistake I made. So, I'm kind of the king of mistakes. I screwed up with affiliate marketing. I have a video that gets 1 million views where I could have promoted an affiliate and I didn't. I have, perfect opportunities to make courses or workshops around CapCut and didn't take that opportunity, screwed that up. But at least I guess on the affiliate side, I did pretty well in 2013. So I had affiliate marketing, I had the AdSense, I had the brand deals, never really got a course off the ground. I don't think I ever made over $1,000 from the course stuff. And I guess technically now thinking about it, I did have some course content up on Skillshare. I think back in, what was it? I think I think I made some courses on Skillshare for 2020, 2021. Like, I did do some of that, but all that, like, I think at the max, I made maybe $200, $300 from Skillshare and or other platforms like that. Like, I never really made a significant amount of income from that either. But what was interesting is with the affiliate links and the YouTube AdSense and the brand deals, I ended up making like before taxes like $130,000 in 2023. So even with all my mistakes and correcting those mistakes and changing things, like, I still did really well on YouTube. And then this month or this year has been kind of a rough start. Like, my AdSense has dropped down. Some affiliates have dropped down. Amazon is now like $500 a month or less. Sometimes it's $200, $300. Like, that really plummeted. And so now that's kind of things I'm trying to fix as well. But let's get into some of the more details with this. Let me go to my notes here, as I took some notes about more of my experience. That was kind of the story leading up to this, to my current point where I'm at. And I kind of want to talk about some of the things. Number one, it was very hard making that jump. I already kind of talked about that. The jump to becoming a full-time YouTuber was very difficult, and tons of pressure there. Another thing, productivity is an issue. This is something I still struggle with. When you work for yourself, you are your own boss. You are your own motivation. You are your own discipline. And so I oftentimes find myself like on TikTok or on these other things. And so it is something I'm trying to work on. But over the last 2 years, like, it can be very easy getting caught up in things that don't actually make you money. And then you're like, I'll even know what I'm trying to say here. But that I know I don't use my full 40 hours a week that I spend on this, as effectively as I could. So maybe getting systems in place or productivity in motion is important. So that way, you're utilizing your hours to the best of your abilities and getting stuff done that needs to be done and not slacking. Another interesting thing is freedom to take off when you want, but you never use it. So technically I'm that, I can take off whenever I want to take off. I have complete, freedom as a YouTuber, but then I just don't take off because I want to work. I want to make videos. I'm trying to grow this and my income streams, I'm trying to increase those. I'm trying to keep this thing stable, even though it's not always, perfect. Like right now, like this year, like Amazon income dropped, YouTube AdSense dropped, Epidemic Sound or other affiliates and different things, they also dropped. And it's like, now I've got to work. I've got to find ways to increase this up or release new products or do something. And then I'm not actually taking, using this freedom of being an entrepreneur. Like people advertise it as, you can take off whenever you want. And technically I could, but I'm not going to because I need to get stuff done. And that also gets into your personal life too. Like right now it's past 6 o'clock and I'm shooting this video. Like it's 6:37. I'm supposed to be at home eating dinner with the wife and child, but I'm filming this video here talking about it. So like work flows into your personal life. There's been plenty of times where I'm at home and it's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm supposed to be in bed and I'm working. Like tonight, I didn't get to reply to emails today that I needed to reply to. And so later tonight, I'm going to have to reply to those. And so it's like, I'm constantly consumed with work. I'm constantly consumed with YouTube and growing and, trying to make, there's 10 to 20 different things I want to get done. And so I'm just all over the place. So it consumes your life and you don't necessarily want to take off, even if you could. And there's some nice things, like if I go to a doctor's appointment, I don't have to request off and stuff like that. But, for the most part, I'm not just, hanging out. Like, there's stuff I need to get done. I guess I'm more of hanging out when I'm unproductive. It'd probably be better for me just to be productive for 4 hours a day and then relax the next 4, do whatever I want the next 4, which maybe I'll get to that spot eventually. The other thing is insurance is insanely expensive, because when you start making money and you're self-employed, like normally your employer gives you a discount and you don't really get that when you work for yourself. So, like $800, $1,000 just to be insured is normal in the and to have some like decent insurance too. Like you can't even choose the cheapest one. Even if you choose the cheapest one, you're going to be paying a ton. So that's a big problem. That's unfortunate. Like I'd probably be making more if I didn't have to pay so much for insurance. Like it's been tempting to get a part-time job that just has insurance, like full-time insurance, like Starbucks, just so that way, there could be the spot where I had to actually save money by working part-time and getting insurance somewhere than not, as stupid as that is. And then the other part is income streams are unstable, as I've been kind of talking about. Like, I did really well last year, like 130,000. Like, I've never made six figures ever in my life, or ever gotten close. Like, again, retail, like I'm talking like $30,000-$40,000 a year is what I'm used to. And then sales, I obviously made a bit more. I think that was closer to like 50,000, but not 130,000. Is unheard of. And I don't even know if I'm going to hit that again this year. It might be less because, things are going down. And so 1 month, you might make $10,000, and then the next month you've made five. Like, it's that variable where it kind of goes all over the place. And that's also why it's super important to have that emergency fund where where it's okay if things go up and down. There's a little chunk there that's meant to be there and for the fluctuations of a YouTube career. So that's something to keep in mind when doing this. And maybe just to quickly talk about future plans, as I think that could maybe be useful. So right now I'm trying to focus on more of creator products still, but selling more of my time. Even though people are like, don't sell your time, sell a course. Like, I think if you're starting out now, like, I would recommend someone sells their time before they go and build a course, because you learn so much about the people you are trying to help through like a consultation or something like that. So I'm doing consultations. I might be doing a monthly group coaching thing. I'm going to try and get that launched off. I'm also going to start doing YouTube channel audits where I do like a pre-recorded thing for 15 minutes. That's something I want to launch as well. So I'll have a few different product options and different price ranges for people where they can kind of buy my time, basically. And then I'm still going at it with the affiliate marketing. I'm still going at it with brand deals. AdSense is all over the place, but I'm hoping that'll help kind of get me more stable income streams by having my own stuff. And then all those added together, I feel like that would be good. And then also, just to share this, like, I've even had a thought of working for a creator company. Hey, if you're listening to this and you work for a creator company and you want to hire Colin, like, shoot him an offer. Because there is value in having stability and having insurance and vacation time and being able to take off. But at the same time, like, I want to use my creator skills and different things like that. Like, going back to retail, like, there's no future there. I'm not going to go up in corporate or do something like that. Like, I'm going to be doing something like this. So if I can work in an industry that's my industry is still, like, there's some value there. But I have been debating whether going to work for a creator, an actual company, versus being the actual star and one person entrepreneur, I guess. But there you go. Those are my thoughts. This is Bench Talk with Colin about being a full-time creator. Let me know if I should make another video like this in the comment section if you're interested in these kinds of raw conversations. If you like these raw conversations, maybe I'll do another one. So, you kind of get an inside look of the life of a content creator and what that reality is. A lot of stress, instability, workaholicism is a real thing. I know it's shared by a lot of other people. Hard to be productive, all those things are right now a part of my life. And it felt like I'm still trying to stay afloat and keep my income streams up. But yeah, that's all I got to say. I'll catch you all later.